Okay, Wednesday, 14:55, 43, 44, 45 seconds, 2019. Today is January the 9th. And it is the Assumptive birthday. Birth certificate day. Hospital birthday, 7:53 a.m. This body, breathing with the spirit, supposedly popped out the vaginal hole. Anyway, the point of this video is the sequence of events from yesterday for today. Okay. In chain link with property tax pacifier, pacifying the property tax. And emails with the property manager, Lane County property manager. So, anyway, next thing you know, I get an email from these, from one of the anonymous emailers. I have like 3 different anonymous emailers that send me out anonymous emails. Which reminds me of a day back when, a few months ago, when I first moved back in the house after that, obtained the property again from the having the sheriff guard the property during a assumed tax foreclosure, property tax foreclosure. I was sent an email from one of the YouTube videos that someone managed to download the video and use it to send as an attachment, and it was a video with candle time with a rocket stove out in the back, because I didn't have power hooked back up to the house. So, you know, it's obvious to me there are people watching every move that I make, and they're always letting me know through emails, through different signs, and all this stuff. So as I'm making this video, this is the main subject of the whole video, and it's also known as the karmic mirror reflection, where we have the finger of pointing blame at somebody, saying, "Ah, them suckers, point, you know, the outer and the inner swamp." But so the sequence of events: contacting the property manager, inquiring the full tax bill, inquiring interest payments and whatnot, questions, and receiving an email, an anonymous email from someone, you know, from insurance companies saying, you know, taxes are here, pay your taxes. All kinds of stuff. I mean, whatever the subject is, someone sends me an email on it, on that particular subject, because it's all artificial AI, artificial computer intelligence. And everything's pre-programmed in the computer already, folks. It's all on automatic pilot. Everything that's happening that we see around us. And I've discovered that it's all a mirror reflection. And even that's just a story too. But it's the best story that I'm building on. Mm-hmm. Reason being is because, you know, I've had many different experiences matching them up with actions that I perform, with both thoughts and physical actions, and seeing the mirror reflection instantly pop up. So for me, I have real experience in those areas. And so anyway, getting back to, you know, the event chain, not the chain of events, not the state of, the chain events. The event chain. The events chain. So, anyway, the more accurate pinpoint for this video is because someone walked in today and went up to the library, and it was a dude from a mental ward. And I know this because he verbalized it as he was talking to the, and he also displayed, you know, the characters of hard to speak. So, but it was another suggestive attempt. Hypnotic MK Ultra suggestive attempt to suggest to me that this tax balancing auditing that I'm doing is crazy. Like they put a crazy label on Winston Shrout and all that stuff and all this other stuff. It's just all... Because remember, there are also deep state watching everything we do, folks. You know, they watch me. And there's some hope on their side also, because there's some deep staters that aren't balanced either. And so there's some hope on their side also that, you know, that they are not brought to the audited balance. So they're looking to thwart people and me all that they can until they're ready to look at the mirror, you know, and put their hope in the audited balance. And to absorb the karma that they've chalked up. See, some people don't realize that their karma, it backs up, and then all of a sudden when they realize that all of a sudden karma is real, and it's like, oh shit, all these terrible things that I've done, oh fuck, now I have to eat it. But it's all in combination with how much attitude and gratitude that we have within the enlightenment, the karmic enlightenment. You know, if we're all of a sudden enlightened to the karma that's happening, it's always the universal attractive law that's always happening. And we realize, wow, I'm also a victim too. Because I'm just I have an inner child bully swamp inside me too that's never been shown any love. And when I say shown any love, I'm saying revealing the knowledge that I'm sharing right now. Remember, and it's all just a story though. However, if it's a story that has some type of wonderful foundation, firm foundation, stable foundation to stand on, to build on, in order to figure life out and get answers to life. And then, you know, I say, more power to you. Cool. You know, I just make these videos for me. If you get something out of them, cool. It's a wonderful general statement, man, that's long-lasting and enduring, no matter what it is that I record, what the topic is. So I always repeat it all the time until there's an improvement upon that, and then I edit the philosophy. So we had a mental ward. As I was on the computer, I overheard it with the ear, and I looked over at him too, and I acknowledged him and all that. And he came in, he wanted to know right off the bat the police station phone number for London. And the librarian was like, oh yeah, okay, let me look that up for you. And then he wanted to know what was the, he said something, I have a lien on property. He mentioned those words, lien and property. And he said, I want to know the phone number to the International Maritime Lawyers. Of course, this is all getting in the air, and I'm looking over at him, and he's having a hard time talking too, Like I say, he was connecting it with, he says, I need to know information with this because it's, with the mental ward and all this. And after he was finished, the next guy arrived at the same desk just 2 seconds later, and he says, I need to know the phone number for this and such legal information. And I'm thinking to myself, this is all suggestive AI intelligence using its robotic control over people to control people to come up to the library in earshot's presence before me to influence me with the robot's suggestions. Because remember, folks, we're all taken over by the Matrix robot program. We're all in it. And we're all at different degrees of control. But we're not all the way out of it either. So we're all being controlled at different levels. The AI robot is also being monitored by what's called watchers. And it's just like when you go in a grocery store. Everyone that walks in that store is being monitored by the watchers. Those are the security guards that watch everything, every move we make on video. And it's all being videotaped too. They watch us on camera. Okay. With the MK Ultra automatic pilot control system, there's also watchers. The deep state security, and there's the other side of the security that watches everything. The good side, the bad side, and the balance. The audited balancers, everything. Everything's being watched, everything we do. At the universal level, the celestial, telestial levels. So there are monitors that are watching everything that's going on too. And they got special buttons that they're pressing if they don't get a certain result within our thoughts. If they don't get us to think certain things, like to feel scared or to feel submissive, they'll say other things. And the program's so sophisticated, all they have to do is speak into a microphone, and they can cause what they're saying the person to say. And they can even think it. They don't even need microphones. They can speak in their mind and still have the technology and cause the person to say stuff. And they're watching us to see what our reactions are, whether they can manipulate us or not. And they're constantly wanting to manipulate us, no matter if we catch them at it and we make adjustments and bring more human control into the situation, more audited balance from the human side. They're always constantly vying for a position. They never give up. Never. They're like, oh, we just wait for tomorrow and do it again. He caught us this time, and he managed to overpower us this time, but tomorrow we'll wait till he's weak. Wait for his weak moment, and then we'll do it again. And they just program the computer, and when the weak moment shows up in us, it red flags on the computer and it wakes them up. They get up out of bed, and they're automatically monitoring to do this and do that. I'm telling you, folks. And then the guy sitting in the library computer seat before me, they had the MAA guy. He's like the prison guy, easily spooked. If you're sitting there at the computer and you go, because you're feeling impatient with the computer, they look around real quick because they feel offended. Oh, someone at me. Easily personally offended. He got up out of his chair one time. He told everybody, don't touch my stuff, or you'll have to face up. As he walks off. The tough guy, robot tough guys. These are all robotic tough guys. They're all controlled by the same program. But anyway, I just wanted to get that on the record. There you have chain event. I sent another email to property manager again because I still have more inquiries with this tax and interest and all that. And I put my name down as private public military auditor and a registered lien number. I ain't no taxpayer. Although I am pacifying the tax because I got some things that I'm performing as far as bringing an audited balance. I still have lots to do with this liens, folks. Anyway, talk to you later. 15 minutes. I like to do these. I like to have these 15-minute videos.